If you are a fan of Boeing Airliners, you must be having a great week with the releases of an old classic Boeing 727 and the first sneak peek of the Boeing 777 freighter, with a little bit of dash of Airbus on the side this week. We've got you covered with all the big announcements, release and sim update news, so let's jump straight into the video. Taking a look at this week's previews and announcements, Phoenix Simulations, which is the team behind the very popular A320 Airbus add-on, this week teased a single image of the Phoenix Simulations Airbus A321. The image showed a Turkish Airlines A321 with IAE engines supporting a special livery. Other than this single showcased image, the Phoenix team has recently updated their installer platform to cope with a new aircraft expansion and quicker updates to their current A320. There is no detail yet from the team when we'll see the release of the A319 or the A321. However, things are looking promising now as we're starting to see little amounts of information from the Phoenix Simulation team. Beyond ATC this week recently published a video showcasing the improvements coming to their AI-powered ATC enhancement suite. The video showcased several examples of a new traffic injection system in action at various different airports. The system is an enhancement with use of real data from Flight Radar 24 covering over 15 million flights. In addition to the new aircraft injection system, the team will be hosting a bunch of other upgrades soon, including pushback tugs, dynamic performance profiles based on aircraft types, and also an enhancement to the AI aircraft awareness, including holding short of a runway, crossing and lining up in weights. There is no release date of these new improvements that have been detailed just yet, but the team did mention for simmers that purchase the support pack will have access to the new model soon. PMDG this week updated the community on their Boeing 777 freighter, which is their next installment of their Boeing 777 lineup for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The team mentioned in the update over on their forums that the 777 freighter has entered beta testing. PMDG has also mentioned in the past when it comes to this lot of beta testing, the process should be a quick process. In addition to the freighter, PMDG's 777-300ER has now been released on the InSim marketplace, and it is available for both PC and console users. There is no details on when we'll see the Boeing 777 freighter when it will make our sim, but from the sounds of it, we won't have to wait too long. The update also included a one-only first look screenshot of the exterior of the 777 freighter. Just Flight last month gave us the first update that they've had in a while when it comes to the Airbus A300B4. During the update, the team started to showcase the different parts of the cockpit, and in this week's update, the team showcased some new screenshots of the main instrument panel of the Airbus A300B4. As with all Just Flight projects, the A300B4 looks to be at the same level of detail we expect to see from the Just Flight in-house releases. The next update from the team about the project will be a close look at the engineers panel, and at the moment there is no detail from Just Flight on when we'll see the release date for the Airbus A300B4, but of course we will keep you posted on all the updates and progress of this new Airbus. Before we jump into this week's roundup of big releases, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're watching this video, you must like Flight Sim, and the funny thing is we also here on the Oz Flight Sim channel like Flight Sim too. So subscribing to the channel means we all like Flight Sim. So if you like the warm and fuzzy feel about virtual aviation, it's time to hit that subscribe button to the channel. Thank you very much for your support. Taxiing over to this week's release news, Flight Sim Studios this week have released the Boeing 727 freighter for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Boeing 727 was one of the original jet-powered aircraft that Boeing produced in the 1960s and easily recognized by its iconic T-tail and 3 mounted engines. Over 1,800 of the Boeing 727s were produced between 1962 and 1984, and they were very popular with many airlines who operated out of smaller domestic airports. The Boeing 727 freighter variant was introduced in the 1970s and featured more powerful engines with more fuel efficiencies and maximum takeoff weights. As of 2024, there's 12 Boeing 727s that are still in service to this day. Many of those are freighter variants. Flight Sim Studio's version of the Boeing 727-200F comes with a automatic checklist flow and an automatic monitoring of all the systems on the engineer panel, such as fuel feed, packs, temperatures, and more. As this is a 3-crew aircraft, these have been added to help with the workflow and the ease of flying the aircraft. Other highlights included with the release is a detailed exterior with PBR textures and custom animations, 3D lighting, many custom liveries, detail interior, a detailed cockpit, custom night lighting when it comes to the cockpit, EFB a flight bag when it comes to weight and balance, takeoff and landing performances, descent calculator, and various other aircraft functions. Realistic flight dynamics done by real pilots with real reference data to the aircraft, a full feature flight engineer panel, a custom SP150 autopilot, realistic replica of the sound set, SimBrief and GSX compatible. You can pick up your copy of Flight Sim Studio's Boeing 727 freighter from the Aerosoft store, and it will be available over at the Contrail store next week. In addition to this, I want to say a big thank you and a shout out to the team over Aviation Lads YouTube channel who make many of the great trailers for new Flight Sim products, including this Boeing 727 trailer. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go in and check out their YouTube channel and give the lads a bunch of subscribes, as they really deserve it. Links in the description below. MK Studios this week released their next airport, and this time it is Roha Naha International Airport. Naha Airport is the 6th busiest airport in Japan, resides in the island of Okinawa. Naha Airport has direct links for domestic routes and international routes, including China, South Korea, Hong Kong, and the Japan mainland. The airport fits many types of airliners in its terminals, ranging from small A320s right up to the larger airliners such as Boeing 777s and Airbus A350s. The airport is also home of Japan's Air Self-Defense Force, with Japanese F-15 fighters that are based there and share the airport. Highlights of the release include a detailed rendition of the airport, points of interest scattered throughout the airport and the surroundings, accurate up-to-date layout of the airport, detailed coastline and terrain modeling, high-quality terminal interior models, interactive hangar interiors triggered by nav lights. Thanks again to the Aviation Lads for a great trailer video, and you can pick up your copy of MK Studios Naha International Airport over at the Contrail store. I'll leave a link in the description below. FlyInside releases a couple of its next helicopters for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The first one is the Rotorways RW16-2 Foxtrot and the Jet Exec helicopters. The 162 Foxtrot is an experimental build-it-yourself helicopter designed for recreation pilots, and on the other hand, the Jet Exec is a sleek, fast, all-glass cockpit with a turbine engine. Both the helicopters come with a revolutionary and realistic flight model developed and tested by real helicopter pilots, 3D model with high quality PBR textures and animations when it comes to the drive and control systems, live inspection doors with a 3D model of the engines, transmission and other internal models, doors that open with removable covers, full night lighting, realistic startup and shutdown procedures, fully interactive cockpit with full systems, switches and circuit breakers, 100+ sound effects including switches, latches, sounds and recording from the real thing. You can pick up your copy of the new helicopters from FlyInside over on their website. I'll leave a link in the description below. FSTrain, who announced they were developing an updated traffic train pack for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which was back in mid-July. Now they have released FSTrain USA to the in-sim marketplace. FSTrain brings you animated trains that cover over 100,000 miles of track across the United States. The add-on includes Amtrak passenger trains on all the routes, including Class 1 freighter trains on the main lines. A variety of locomotives and car types have been included. The team mentions that with this add-on, it plans to add immersion to the sim while having a minimum impact to FPS, and the team is planning on adding additional trains across over Europe in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can pick up your copy of FSTrain's United States from the in-sim marketplace store. Lining up on the runway for this week's sim update news. This week we were treated to a small update for the sim, which included the latest AirAC cycle 2408 and a bunch of World Hub submission updates. This may be the last World Hub update we'll see for the sim for a while, as the alpha for the World Hub has been placed on hold until the release of the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 sim. At this stage, we don't have a confirmed date of when the team will start taking World Update submissions again, but the team did mention it will be a couple of months after the release of the new sim. August the 14th, we are still scheduled for the next development live stream, which we should see included the announcement for the next World Update and a local legend, including more updates for Sim Update 16. We're also due, when it comes to this development live stream, an announcement for the next partner aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. This should be the last lot of information before September, when we're expected to see more in-depth detail about the new sim and the marketing campaign to start before the release in November the 19th. This week on the in-sim backlog list, when it comes to new products on the Sims marketplace, we have seen an increase of 42 to a total of 296. Aircraft down by 8, missions are up by 44, sceneries are down by 12, liveries are down by 6, airports are up by 16, and others are up by 9. This week on the in-sim marketplace releases for Monday, we saw 12 new products. 6 are compatible on Xbox and 6 are compatible on PC. 2 aircraft, one looks to be a fictional rotorcraft and the other one is the S-58 Sikorsky helicopter by Ben K. There's also 1 livery pack and 3 airport releases. When it comes to Thursday's update, which is the larger lot of releases out of the 2, it includes 47 new products. 24 of these are compatible on a PC and 23 are compatible on Xbox. The big highlights this week include the PMDG Boeing 777-300ER that is available for Xbox and PC, as we mentioned earlier in the video. Also, Flight Sim Studios E-Jet Freighter, which is available on the in-sim marketplace, and also the F7 simulation release of the Eagle S100. Other releases included with this update is 7 livery packs, 3 mission packs, 4 night lighting packs, 6 scenery packs, and 3 airports. Bosh that like button and subscribe to the channel if you forgot to do it before. Remember, we thought that you like flight simulation and we like flight simulation, and we also look forward to reading your comments and questions below, and we'll see you on the next video real soon.